This is called Death Trail.
Death Trail. The island people meet the mountains. This is not a good.
Look, that's where we were. Way down there at that parking lot. I just climbed up there. Pop 2 survived. I gotta go back down it though.
That's good.
Good Lord.
3, 1 for 9. It's a 3, 3, 1 for 9.
Yeah, it looks like it's so easy, but it's not. It's quite a difficult trail. They couldn't make it to the top. Pop 2 failed. I'm wearing a big L on my head right now. But good news is I get to use my advertising talent. Put a sign right here at the entrance that's going to say, get to the top and witness the water tick exhibit.
Okay, or you could put something that's funny.
All right, I'll put a picture of your face. I know, I was a little rough on him, wasn't I? I'll explain my sarcasm in a moment. I'll explain my sarcasm. You see the climb up that trail? That was tough enough for a flatlander like me. But I had to go raise the level of difficulty by wearing these guys. Shape-up shoes. Round bottoms. You try and see how tough it is to walk up a 45-degree rocky-faced incline with 2 tiny rocking chairs attached to your feet. Go ahead, try it. Climbing up the mountain, I was climbing up the mountain in his Skechers. Until I was climbing up the mountain with my feet. So, these guys, no good for rocks. These guys, no good for 45-degree flat. No, try it. Just go outside, find yourself something that's like this, and try to climb up it with one of these guys. The tendency is to just sort of rock back and fall and bust your head. I didn't want to do that. But I didn't want to wimp out either. See, Pop 2 ain't gonna wimp out on the family. The family wanted to go up the trail, so Pop 2 says, I'm with your family. I'm gonna go up that trail if it kills me. And there were times when we were on the side of that trail going around, and I'm looking down and, I can't see anything. The valley down below, lots of trees. It seemed like I was up there forever. Suddenly, somebody yelled out, ticks, there's ticks here, there's ticks everywhere, there's ticks. I didn't want any part of that mess. No, not interested in being the love puppy for a tick. Nope. Didn't want to be on the menu for Mr. and Mrs. Tick in the family tick, family tick Thanksgiving starring Pop 2. Santa cut, sock, no. So I turned around. I used that excuse. Actually, I was just freaking tired, man. I was tired. I had a day's worth of driving before, just a couple hours on this morning, but I wasn't ready to climb no mountain with my feet. The whole time I'm climbing up this trail and trying not to break my ankle and break my face and kill myself and break my ankle. I'm getting grief from Son 2. We made our way back down. I was a little harsh on Son 2, but so he was due a verbal smackdown. Oh, by the way, I wasn't kidding about the ticks. Pow Pow got this little buggy trying to hitchhike a ride. And how do they pay their fare? By stealing your blood and tipping you with an illness like Lyme disease.
444.
Look at that. That's an ideal place to own.
Pop 2 is quite drunk.
Pop 2 had one Corona after hiking all day, and he's quite wasted. I like the bubbly.
Wow, look at this thing.
All right, Madison County.
These signs, they're so funny.
Look at these signs. Yeah, look at these signs. This is Sign Street. Look at all these signs. We spent the afternoon hiking, picnicking, and windy road driving with our good friends, who were kind enough to let us crash at their place in the mountains. But we weren't ready to settle down just yet. Our friends wanted to show us where the rest of the gang were staying, so off we went. So what do you do?
He's hiking with a stick.
I think he's blind, babe.
Oh, that's nice.
Blinder.
He's blind? Oh my God.
Very close to the
You think
edge.
he's blind now?
Well, he can hear.
Oh God.
Yeah, I was being silly, but after facing 8-hole drivers, lot lizards, and a close call with ticks, can you blame me?
These look prettier, more manicured, more... Manicured? Yeah, the lawns are manicured.
Summit Splendor. Sitting in this little retreat. And here's another one. Is this where they're at?
Yes, sir. this one?
We met up with the rest of the gang to check out their place. Then we took a little walk through the neighborhood. We all took in the serene landscape spotted with cabin and chalet-style homes. At the bottom of the ridge was a wheat field, and just ahead was Karma. With a machete.
Following us?
Yeah, with a machete.
Now this is deliverance.
Karma. Karma.
He's blind now.
Well, he can hear. Karma. Visiting us. In the name of...
Billy Mason. Where you folks from?
This dude been giving me the creeps, staring at us from the top of the ridge. And just when I turned to Sun 2 and Pow Pow to point out how freaky he appeared, presto bammo, he was now right in front of us.
Y'all want to come over to a real cool place? It's just down the hill a bit.
He seemed desperately friendly, and our group's consensus was, this dude is scary. He began pointing at all the homes, explaining he was related to everyone living on the mountain in some way or another. Then takes an up and down look at Sun 2 and says,
How old are you?
Sun 2 reluctantly bleeps out his age.
So you still in high school? Yeah, that's real nice.
Sun 2 turned to me with a worried look. Billy again began offering us to go with him to different places that he called special. We of course declined and explained that we were heading back up.
Well, since y'all heading back up the hill, I think I'll join you. Y'all don't mind, do you?
We had little choice other than to invite him to join us. But believe me, we all wanted to say, no, 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 please go away. In an attempt to rid ourselves of him, one of our friends blurted out that we were in a hurry to go eat pizza.
You don't say. I love pizza. Where are we eating pizza?
For a moment, I truly believed we were going to have to adopt this psycho mountaineer. But alas, he stopped at his grandfather's to return him his walking stick and strangely announced his arrival as he walked into the cabin.
Grandpa, I'm home.
It was all rather creepy. After a huge pizza fest with about 24 children and parents, we called it a night and ended day 2. Today tally, 185 miles, 3 hours of driving, gas $70, food $65, hotel $0. We stayed with friends. Day 2 total, $135. Total trip tally, 835 miles, 13 hours 45 minutes driving, $455. Next morning, 5 SUVs filled with campers and camp gear head to North Georgia. We have made it to Tallulah Falls.
This is the line waiting to go into the camp. Say, I love you, Daddy.
I love you, Daddy.
I'll see you in a week.
I'll see you in a week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Beautiful creature.
Hi, Power Girl.
Bye, Power Girl. Make
See
friends.
you soon. 3-1-for-9. It's a 3-3-1-for-9. Next time on the 3-3-1-4-9, day 3 continues with a drive from Camp Chattooga to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, where we begin the Cider House mystery. But nothing can compare to Key Biscayne. We got location, 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 yeah. We got location, 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 yeah. It's where the fellas are cool and the ladies are fine. The zone to be in is 3-3-1-4-9. 3-3-1-for-9. It's a 3-3-1-for-9. The 3-3-1-4-9.